Hey guys, it's your Psychic BFF, and I heard you need a reading today, so let's take a couple deep breaths together just to get started. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and hold, and just be open to hear whatever messages are coming through for you today. So when I do readings for people, I like to use a mix of the Rider-Waite Tarot deck as well as my own creative cards that I got in Italy. And I also like to use some oracle cards as well as some intuition and insight. So let's see what the cards have to say for you today. So we have the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reversed. So what this is kind of telling me right now is that there's a situation in your life where you are taking your power back from someone. Maybe someone is going against you in a way that's making you feel really disempowered. And I feel like you're coming into a phase right now that is allowing you to really tap into your personal power, and it's letting you move on from this energy of feeling really defeated. So if we think of the swords, a lot of times it's talking about the air signs and speaking your truth, and being kind of like sharp and direct. So if there's something that has left you feeling sort of disempowered or disenfranchised, I feel like right now you're really learning how to kind of find your voice and speak up for yourself. And it's allowing you to move on from this energy of feeling really defeated. So I think as you're moving into this next week, you're really going to be finding your voice, and you're going to learn how to be a lot more empowered and a lot more self-directed and finding a lot more autonomy. You could also be someone that works a lot with using your voice, whether that's doing some kind of public speaking or being in more of like a leadership role, using your voice to kind of lift up and empower other people. So this is from the Creative card deck. And whenever I see this card, I feel like the yellow shape always represents the viewer that I'm talking to. So looking at this card, we're seeing a lot of the blue as well, which you can associate with the throat chakra and using your voice and speaking up. And I feel like the red is kind of, you could look at that as people kind of coming against you or kind of moving away from you by you stepping into your personal power. So by feeling more empowered to speak up for yourself, I feel like that's also kind of like keeping negative energies out of your life right now. You're kind of like in a phase where people either maybe really love what you're about, or they really don't associate with you at all, and like you're a little bit polarizing. But I think that kind of polarizing energy is actually really helpful because it lets you kind of find the right people that are meant to be around you. And I also feel like right now you could be just like putting in a lot of work with getting yourself established and being seen and being comfortable with being seen. Maybe you're someone that's kind of shied away from the spotlight or any sort of like leadership roles in the past because you didn't really feel like you're ready for it. But right now, like the energy that's kind of awakening inside you is allowing you to be more prepared for the spotlight and prepared for new exciting opportunities that are going to come in for you. And I feel like as we move on from the summer months into the fall, especially, I feel like September and October are going to be really opening new doors and new opportunities for you to kind of really fully embody your life's work and your life's passion. So moving away from anyone right now that isn't really on your side, and moving away from people that aren't really supportive of your ideas and your visions is going to be beneficial in the long run. It might feel a little bit lonely right now, but I think overall, like, it's going to lead to much better opportunities for you. This card, whenever I get this in readings, it looks like someone doing public speaking or giving a lecture, being in the front of a classroom. And I've also heard people say that this looks kind of like I'm blanking on the word, not a matrix, a labyrinth, that's what it's called. So kind of standing in the front of an audience or standing in front of a classroom, using your voice more, speaking up for yourself, coming into kind of a leadership role, and really establishing more power and dominance, I think. Dominance doesn't necessarily have to be a negative in this situation. I think that it's more so about being a fully empowered and autonomous person. And so I think overall, like, you're going to find that you are victorious in a lot of senses, where maybe in the past you've kind of shied away from these opportunities because you didn't really feel ready for them. But all of the work that you've been doing leading up until this season of your life has really prepared you. So the last two cards I have for you, freedom and then anxiety in the reverse. So as we were kind of seeing at the beginning of this reading, coming out of this sort of defeated energy or anxiety kind of inducing energy, and moving into a phase in your life where you feel a lot more free to be yourself, free to explore new opportunities with people, free to kind of go in your own direction and go down your own path. I think in terms of some of the other concepts we've been talking about so far, like really forging your own path ahead, whatever that looks like for you, and allowing yourself to kind of see the different choices that are coming through for you today, and to kind of weigh all the options that are on the table. So allowing yourself to have a really open mind, but still maintain a sense of self and a strong sense of identity is going to help you really carry through to the next chapter of your life. So I feel like you're going to continue working towards this career endeavor, or working on kind of like world building or empire building, establishing yourself, and you're going to end up being really victorious. So these are all really good, powerful things that are coming in for you, and I think as long as you continue to embody your sense of self and your sense of truth, and show up in an authentic way through all areas of your life, that's going to be really helpful. So if you like the style of this reading, this is kind of how I like to do readings when I meet with clients. We'll sit together, I'll kind of dive into an area of your life that I feel like calls its attention to me first, and I'll do that more intuitively, and then we can get a little bit deeper with the tarot cards and open up more of a collaborative discussion. So be sure to book with me your Psychic BFF, or even just follow along with this page for more readings. Okay, bye.